Hey, what up, good peoples? Welcome. Come on into the room. Come on into the room. I'm going to give y'all a second to come on in and tap in here. I got something I want to talk about really quickly. Earlier today, I was listening to a podcast, y'all. I was listening to a podcast that was talking about emotionality in men. And if you're in a relationship with a man right now, I think that this right here will be extremely helpful. One of the questions that came up was, why is it so hard for men not only to express themselves, but to also get the help that they need when it comes to their lives personally, but also in their relationship? What I'll say is that I've experienced this rather frequently in the work that I do. So for those who don't know, my wife and I were trained therapists and relationship coaches, and I've seen over and over and over again that when it comes to doing the work, a lot of times it's the women, it's the sisters that, and actually it's sisters that's showing up right now. So I know who our audience is, but the sisters be showing up and leaning into the process. And a lot of times what they're doing is they're encouraging the men in their lives to tap into, to lean in, to get what it is that's needed in order for them to elevate and to grow. Here's the piece. So the question was like, why is it so hard? Why is it so hard for the men to actually lean into a process and get the support? And a lot of it is based off of cultural conditioning, y'all. It's based off of cultural conditioning. For us as men to ask for help, it's hard. It's really hard for us to, number one, acknowledge that we have deficits, we have weaknesses, we have issues, we have challenges, we got inadequacies, we got insecurities. And so it's hard for us to face ourselves and not be Superman in our lives. It's hard for us to acknowledge that we're coming up short. And so when we find ourselves in situations in which everything around us is indicative of the fact that like there's something that's missing in our lives, there's some area in which we need some additional help, even though these things around us are saying that, for us to actually extend ourselves to get it requires us to acknowledge what's right there in front of us. And it's hard for us to do that. And so what happens is that we end up trying to figure it out on our own. How many of y'all are in a relationship with somebody who said that we don't need to go see no marriage counselor? We don't need to go see no therapist. We don't need to get any outside support. What they going to tell? What's he going to tell me? What's she going to tell me that we don't already know? What am I going to get from that experience that I ain't already got? And so you'll hear men lift this piece up again because, number one, in order for you to get help, you have to acknowledge or identify that there's a deficit, there's a need, there's some area of weakness, there's a challenge within you that you're unable to face or fight through on your own. A lot of men don't want to do that. A lot of men don't want to do that. And so one thing that I commend the women on is that, ladies, y'all see the issue. Y'all see the problem, and y'all are willing to face it, acknowledge the fact that it's present, take ownership of it, and then you move and you execute to get things done. And so what I'm saying here is that, fellas, if you're listening to me right now, I strongly encourage you that if there's an issue you're having in your life, whether it be in your relationship with your spouse, in your relationship with your children, in relationship with your parents, whatever relationships you got, get the help that's needed in order for you to heal and mend that wound. Like, ignoring it is not going to make it better. Ignoring it is not going to make it go away. You can sweep the shit up under the rug, but what ends up happening is that that pile, that rug, it just gets higher and higher and higher. You end up tripping on it later in life. How do I know? Because I see it in the folks that I work with on a regular basis. I see men coming back to me after turning their back on their children and wanting to repair and restore the relationship. I see it. I see it all day long. I see men coming to me because they want to heal their relationship with their wives after they spent all of these years stepping out, cheating, neglecting, not communicating, not engaging in conflict in a healthy way, not spending quality time, not managing the finances, not being a leader in the house. I see men all the time coming back to me trying to fix it and trying to figure it out because that pile that they've been sweeping up under the rug has gotten way too big. Now you can't avoid it. You can't ignore it. What I'm saying to you fellas, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, get ahead of it. Don't wait till you fall flat on your face. Get ahead of it. And if you're in the middle of it right now, I encourage you to tap into the King Me Intensive that's starting on Monday. 21 days. I'm taking brothers through a process. We're going to be learning and leaning into loving our women better. 21 days. You ain't got to guess. You don't gotta, like, you know, just be unsure. You're gonna have a blueprint. You're gonna have a plan. You're gonna have a roadmap on how to love your woman better. If you're a brother that's on this piece right here, comment the word king, and I'm gonna reach out to you. I want you to get your spot. There are limited promotional spots available right now. You can get 60% off. Comment the word king. Like I said, I'm gonna reach out to you if you're interested in joining the King Me 21-day intensive. It starts on Monday. 21 days. We got some real soldiers that's gonna be in the room too. Y'all have been seeing some of the testimonial videos that I put out. Y'all have been seeing some of the posts. Like, it's some real thorough dudes that, number one, started the journey not from a place of having it all figured out and having it together, but getting in the process, putting themselves in position to be in a process so that they can become better is what they did. And so what I'm encouraging you to do is the exact same thing. Put yourself in position. Put yourself in position to be a part of a process that's going to help you elevate and become a better man, a better husband, and a better father. Comment the word king. Join me in the King Me 21-day intensive. It starts on Monday. If you're a lady who's looking at this, who's watching this, share this with your man. You know, again, I know why men don't do these types of things. I know why they hesitate, why they slow roll, why they pussyfoot, why they, you know, drag their feet, whatever it may be. What I want to encourage you to do is give you permission, give yourself permission to extend yourself beyond what it is that you're used to and do something that you don't regularly do. Get the help, bro. Get the help. Your relationship ain't gonna get better unless you do something different about it. Get the help. You ain't gonna get better unless you do something. Get the help. Ain't no shame in your game. Again, comment the word king or DM the word king to me, and what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna follow up with you. Join me in the King Me 21-day intensive. It starts this Monday. We're going 21 days strong. We're gonna become better men, better husbands, and better fathers. All right, fam, y'all be easy. Peace out.